Today I have some simple and inexpensive fall DIYs and home decor ideas that I think you'll enjoy. Hey there, my name is Yami. I am your Latina next door. Welcome back to mi casa. I have some quick and inexpensive DIYs today, perfect for fall. All right, for this very first DIY, we're going to start off making a wreath. You guys know I love making them, and here is another way to use very inexpensive items to create your wreath form. Now, I just got this inexpensive wire wreath from Dollar Tree, and I got this underlayment that goes underneath rugs. Basically, it's just a anti-slip rug, and you can get these at Dollar Tree as well. And I'm cutting them down into strips so I can wrap the wire form all the way around. This is going to allow my picks to kind of grab on to the wire wreath a little bit easier and give me a little bit more surface area so that I can add a little bit more glue and fasten them on a little bit better. Just make sure you wrap it around tightly and hot glue the ends down both to the wire wreath as well as itself as you come back over it, and just make sure to repeat this. And for one of the larger Dollar Tree wreaths, you're pretty much going to use the entire rug underlayment. This is the color scheme that I'm working with this year. I thought that bringing in a little bit of blue along with the more traditional colors would be absolutely stunning, and Dollar Tree really has a beautiful selection this year. The only thing I didn't get from Dollar Tree were those blue leaf picks that you see right there. Those were from Hobby Lobby, but I did get those 40% off, so they were very inexpensive. Now, in order to get more bang for my buck, I do like to remove each individual leaf stem from these picks. That way I can spread them throughout the wreath and use up a little bit more surface area with them. And then what I like to do is I like to work in layers. I'll start with one type of pick first, and then I'll lay it out. And when I'm happy with it, I'll start gluing them down, and then I'll just exhaust basically all of those picks before I start on the next round of floral picks. That way, again, I basically kind of do an even coverage of the entire wreath form with each individual color. So as you see, I started with the lightest color of leaves in the back, and then I began to add some of the darker tones on top of that. Again, making sure that they're evenly spread around the entire wreath form, and also covering up the sections in between the previous layer of leaves. Then here's the third layer. And as you notice, I'm also using the same type of leaves, just different colors. Of course, you can adjust this any way you want. And yes, I know, it is very not like me to use such bright orange colors. And just because I'm using orange in my fall decor does not mean I'm a Tennessee fan. I'm still proud UGA fan here. However, this does look good for fall. And as you can see here, I'm just adding these throughout, doing the same thing. And now I'm adding different types of leaves, and these ones have little berries in them, and I like to keep these toward the front because then you'll be able to see the berries a little bit better instead of hiding them in the back. Now I begin to add the blue layer to the wreath, and I do both of these in the front as well as some areas in the back to hide the mesh and just to make sure that the wreath form is nice and full. Then of course it's time to add the finishing touches like small pumpkins throughout the entire wreath. I like to use the little clip-on ones, and I add a little bit of hot glue on the clip portion so it stays snug and secure. And then you can also use the ones that are stems and then just leave a small little stem sticking out so you have something to glue on into the wreath form. Next, I decided I wanted to add a little bit more color and texture, so I added a different type of greenery to it, and then I added some pine cones in the end. And here is how it turned out. All right, for this next DIY, we're going to create a beautiful centerpiece using these inexpensive Dollar Tree candle holders. These are new, I haven't seen them before, and they come in 3 different sizes as you can see here, and they're all a little bit different. At least the candle holder portion, they all are different, styles, but they do work very well together as a set. Next, you're going to need these glass candle hurricanes or mini vases. I'm not sure what they are. And you're going to just want to make sure to remove those labels and clean them very nicely. So you can very well leave them black. Of course, we do things a little bit different here and we want to give it this high-end look. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some rub and buff. Get yourself something to put these on and get yourself some gloves because you don't want this on your fingers. It's very hard to get off. Now, you're going to want to rub all over the candle holders, and it's actually good that they start off as black because if you have a black base when using a rub and buff, you get an even stronger gold finish in the end. And what I'm doing is very simple. I'm getting little bits of rub and buff on my finger as you can see, and I'm just beginning to rub the gold onto the candle holder. Now you can do this very neatly and you can make sure that each tiny crevice is full, but I wanted something a little bit more antique, a little bit more vintage looking, so I decided to give it a more rustic look by not filling in all of the areas and letting some of that black shine through. And I do think it does something to it and makes it look a little bit nicer in my opinion. And what you're going to do again is just rub it all over and make sure you cover as much or as little as you want of each candle holder. And just so you know, in case you've never used rub and buff before, a little bit goes a really long way, and one of these little tubes will last you for many projects. Once those are nice and dry, and they do dry very fast, take your glasses and you're going to glue them on top of them. Of course, you can leave them as just mere candle holders for tapered candles. That'll work as well, but we're going to go a little bit more fancy. And what I'm going to do here is use a little bit of E6000 along the top rim of that candle holder in order to secure those glass vases so that we can use them in that manner. Just make sure you center them and let them dry a good amount of time so that they're nice and secure when you do go to use them. Now these would be perfect for a centerpiece on a table, on a coffee table, and even on some shelves. Honestly, it can go anywhere. I'm going to show you what I can do on this cute little tray on this small ottoman that we have in our cottage because that's the season we're in right now. I'm going to add these on here and add some fall foliage and some pumpkins. I got this cute set of 3 pumpkin candles from Hobby Lobby on sale. And because they're kind of small, I'm going to add some pine cones underneath them to give them a little bit more height inside the candle holder. And here is how it turned out. Now here is a close-up of the candle holders if you want to use them just on their own. Now here's something really simple that you can do to change up any pumpkin super quick. I got these little fall decorations at Hobby Lobby on sale. They're only $3.49 a pack and you get 6 pieces, and they're also on sale. And this is probably the easiest, simplest, quickest DIY I've ever shared on my channel. Basically take a pumpkin, any pumpkin that you may have or any new one that you may have gotten, and basically add several dots of hot glue onto the back of your word. These are faux leather and they come in thankful, blessed, and grateful. Then simply hot glue your word onto your pumpkin. I mean, it's really that easy. Just make sure that it's nice and level and it's not crooked because mine's a little bit off and it is getting on my nerves, but it's okay because you can pull it off and you can rearrange it if you ever need to. And that is it. It's not even permanent because you can remove it if you don't like it for another year and do something else with that same pumpkin. All you gotta do is add a nice little arrangement with your pumpkin, and you have a nice little display that didn't cost any headaches, any heavy lifting, and it's just a simple update. Now, taking that stand from that last little display and using a very inexpensive glass vase for 99 cents at my local Goodwill, we're going to create another beautiful centerpiece or arrangement. And you can put this again on a table or on a bookshelf, like I'm going to show you. I got this little box of vase filler at Hobby Lobby, and I love the little acorns that are fabric covered, as well as the little sweater pumpkins that it has inside. And what's great about something like this is that you can buy a little filler box like this and then just add it on to whatever existing pumpkins and decor that you have for fall. And it just changes the look a little bit and gives you something new. I also love adding little canvases like this. This has all the fall vibes. It is from the fall collection at Hobby Lobby for only $4.99, and when I bought it, it was 40% off. So it's just perfect to add to a display like this. Again, just to add a small touch of fall. Now, here's one really easy and very elegant thing that you can do with those leather words. This is for your Thanksgiving table scape. Now, simply take a fabric napkin. I have this beautiful striped one. And if you have any questions on anything that I do have, I will have some links in my description box below because I did get these napkins on Amazon. And basically, you fold them like this in order to create a pocket for your utensils. Then you just simply place it in the center of your plate and then add the words right on top of the napkin, and it's the easiest, cutest little place setting for your Thanksgiving dinner. Also, if you're like me and love the look of candlelight, but have little kids and dogs and you don't want to start a fire in your house, this is a great option for you. I bought these on Amazon as well, and they are beautiful. They have this nice amber color to them, which is perfect for fall. They're battery operated, and they even have a remote that you can create different moods and even increase and decrease the lighting on them. They also have timers for several hours if you just want to set them and forget them. And I think they're perfect for any fall display, especially since they look so beautiful lit. And of course, they're super safe as well as inexpensive. I'll have these linked in the description box as well if you guys want to check these out. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below which one of these was your favorite. As always, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you back here very soon with another video. Until then, adios.